If you've clicked on this link, I'm assuming it's because you've thought about suicide. And what I really want to emphasize is this is not something that you need to go through alone. It's not something that you should go through alone. And that it's important to find someone that you trust to reach out to. That person may be a parent, it may be a school teacher, a counselor, a coach, a religious leader, maybe just the parent of a friend, but someone out there is someone that you can trust. One of the things that's important for you to understand as well is that there can be a real sense of relief in sharing this, and that actually sharing this with someone who takes it seriously and recognizes that this is something that's going to need some support brings a great deal of relief. And I think that you may find yourself going through that, feeling that relief and feeling comforted just to know that this isn't an awful secret, that this isn't a horrible thing to be ashamed of, but rather it's a challenge to be addressed. And that's what I do with youth when I'm talking with them about suicide, that this is something that we're going to go through and look at together and come up with some solutions that both of us find kind of helpful. I want you to know that this is something that I take seriously, that what you've indicated is not something to be dismissed. It's not something to be taken lightly, and that this is something that I need you to share with someone that you trust. One of the options that you have is to reach out and either talk to the Youth Services Bureau Child and Youth Crisis Line or the Kids Help Phone. But someone out there needs to be contacted. You need to be sharing this with somebody. Now, if you have made that really tough and courageous decision that you are going to share this with someone, probably the first question is, what would you say? And I guess what I'd start with is just letting someone know you are having a hard time, that things are not going very well for you right now, that you're feeling down, and that yes, sometimes you think about hurting yourself, or sometimes you think about killing yourself. I want you to know that what you're going through doesn't make you somehow freakishly different from all the other youth out there, that there are others who can relate to what you've gone through, that can identify what you've gone through, and that the important thing is that you're not going through this alone. Having told someone about what's going on with you and getting some support, I can tell you that generally there's a real sense of relief that goes with this. And when I've spoken with people like yourself about suicide, it's not just the relief that they feel, but over time there's a real appreciation that they didn't act on those thoughts and on those urges. And that in the long run they're really pleased to have told someone about this, to have gotten it off their chest, and to have gotten the help that they need. And that's something that I really encourage you to consider, and I encourage you to follow up with. As I wrap up this brief video statement, I really want to encourage you to stay hopeful, to recognize that whatever you're going through, whether it involves friends, whether it involves family, whether it involves difficult experiences you've been through, whether it involves school, that things can seem really bleak. Oftentimes when people are thinking about suicide, we find that there are underlying things going on, such as a depression or anxiety. And I really want you to know that these are very treatable things, that there is hope, and that with treatment, that things can improve. Sometimes we can feel like we're in a hole so deep that we've lost the ability to see the light. And I guess the most important message I can give you is that there is light, and there are people out there that'll help you see it again.